tongue. For when trouble starts, teardrops like rain. If you had known, you never do the same. You only a puts it on. Whoa, whoa, more than you can handle, more than you can take.
Hey, see a Jeep a come down there, see a Jeep there.
Oh, I not going on a Jeep, you know.
Don't go star, make him.
I know.
The man no cry, man.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
not
sure,
going on a Jeep.
Right, sure. The man a forward there, sir.
Trying to say you wanna boost it up, but I tell you this kind of hot stuff. Really rough and tough. That's no bluff, but I will tell it to you. Yeah. Piracy is your game. I feel to give you a lot of favors, I would say. You are looking for trouble, and when the trouble comes, you got to be on the double.
Hot stuff.
When I tell you about the hot stuff, and that's no bluff. Really rough and tough and tough and tough. Brothers in the common down with me, and no matter what the heaven say. Mind what you capable of doing, brother. Be careful you get to ruin it, I would say. Got to try to do your own thing in the middle of time, do nothing but good. When I see it bad, I would be sad as I would say. Don't you trouble. Cause you got to be on the doubles, I would tell you, baby. When I see this, I don't mean baby. Got a tedious fiction as I would tell you, baby. You're gonna feel the reaction as I would tell you. Then I'm really gonna need my satisfaction as I would say. Only I chunk it up as I would say. Stop. Chunk it up. As I would tell you, baby, soon when I lose, I would tell you, baby. If you bad like Spyro Agony, really try to chunk it up and that's bad. And one of the days is gonna be very sad as I would say. Yeah. No one keep on going. When the rhythm hits you, that's what we never know. Sky tell you this message for sure, but I would say. No need for you to look so shy. I would tell you you can make it if you try. Got to hear the messages, I would say it loud. Never you got to stand down and tired, I would tell you. I will never say goodbye, no matter how hard you try. I'm gonna wait for the sky as I would when the rhythm hit you, got to wait for the trouble. Run, leave your pants and the double as I would say. Try to chunk it up and that's bad. Chunk it. The music is got you gone. Could have been good life.
Where I and I belong.
Check it out, I.
West.
Sinaya.
But I know Indian.
No, I.
Then which country I and I belong?
Check it out now.
Watch out. I got trace our original players.
Scene.
Try to find out what I and I is all about. In the meantime, Obela G and want some music for I.
Irene.
Sounds of meditation. I'm on searching for I origination. From the east,
See,
that I know,
real clean.
but in the east there's no Negro,
No, I.
nigga, that I can't figure. West Indian,
Yes, I am.
with a G and want some more music.
Irene. Check it out, I.
Weird. I man remember land. When man used to act like man. They used to call I and I Ethiopian.
Yes, I am.
Clean, clean.
Irene.
Truly I. Sounds of meditation. Truly I.
Irene.
I'm an art African.
Yeah.
Where I and I belong.
Check it out, I.
West.
Sinaya.
But I know Indian.
No, I.
Then which country I and I belong?
Check it out now.
Watch out. I got trace our original players.
Scene.
Try to find out what I and I is all about. In the meantime, Obela G and want some music for I.
Irene.
Sounds of meditation.
Yale Star, I would man and beef of Ice Star.
You want to see day and night time and sitting up a tit for tat to take into waters. So a good friend of mine, pass through and buy me a liquor.
Irie.
So I man decide for liquor buyer.
But how?
We take a stack the money not done. I never even conscious I tell you. So when I reach home now, the daughter, she screw till daylight, me I tell
Because
her.
I not carrying no down
And
here.
that, me, she turn her back, me I tell
They
you.
want to all them tell me we not carrying the big Kyle come here.
She not say that.
Sure.
I said them still.
So them phone Ice Star.
Yes, I am.
Well, you can't take it for your head still, Just laugh at that. Money make friend and money break friend. And money make you want to put your hand in the lion's den. Money make you glad and money make you sad. And money make you lose the love you had. Woman a heavy load. When Saturday morning come, cause when the money not enough, hey, me say them call you mama man, tell you. But when the money enough, them call you honey buns. When the money enough, them call you sweetie pie. Tell you, money, 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 money done. Don't need donors, I would say. Hey, don't need donors, I would tell you. The woman nowadays say no money, no love. Tell you. Cause if you don't got no money, no woman no wants you at all, as I would say. Till you say the donny done. Till you say the fun done. If you don't got no donny, my God, you can't get a honey. Till you say the donny done. Until you say the fun done. Because the IG them no jet till the sun get red. Data them no fat till the pot get hot. Till you say the donny done. And fun done too, yeah. Till you about the money say it funny. And so we, and say the money say it funny. And so you broke it so we done. So you broke it, so we done. Money, 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 money donors, I would say. Hey, some people call it money, and some call it donny because it's easy for donors, I would tell you. Hey, till you say the donny done. Say the donny done. Because a woman a heavy load. Hey. When Saturday morning come, when the money not enough, them call you mama manners, I would say. Hey, cause when the money enough, them call you sweetie pie. And when they don't enough, them call you hey, honey bunches, I would say. And all those nice things in the world, But when you got no money, she start to screw up her face. Start to acting strange like she never did before. Because
rocking. Back-to-back music. The hits just keep coming.
when it come to music, we're a champion. We want to go around and think, say, a them. VP, relax on yourself over there. Listen. Away the matadors over here. Whether you're sick or sad, or whether you lost the love that you did have, listen, things and times.
If you were sick or sad, or maybe you even lost the love you had, I could make you musically glad. I'm a big little girl, don't be.
See, we run them things there, man. We not beg no one for that. We run them things there. Greetings and good evening. We are dealing with something here in relation to the 10 years of the disturbances here in London. We want to make the people understand that some of the young people then were guilty, but the majority of them weren't, because it was a plan. So listen to a couple more tunes, and then we just go into the thing and finish quick. You see?
Non-stopping, hot rocking, back-to-back music, the hits just keep coming.
The great Ilawi, listen. Teach who to trust.
Say that a man to man is so unjust. That's why me no know who it just. Say that a man to man is so unjust. That's why me no know who it just. Say that a man to man. Say that for many a friend and treat them well, but never to them say your secret tell. Cause when know your friend know your business, everyone who knows us I will tell about the sound I got together on. And don't you be no cone, I've got no putting down us I will tell it to you say. We say. Blessed be the man that walketh not to the coastal of the ungodly, no standard till we have seen us. Children.
Rasta youth.
This is the lifestyle of the night nature be like the trees that are planted by the rivers of water that bring us for fruits in nice season, and that's my reason. But I tell about the sound I got together round, and don't you be no clown. Just this one I've got to show down, and I told this one it is not if I swan I couldn't like them. Say, not the just last day. Man to man.
Non-stopping, hot rocking, back-to-back music, the hits just keep coming.
Listen keenly.
Man to man is so unjust. That's why we don't even know the just. Man to man is so unjust. That's why we don't even know the just. Man to man is so unjust. That's why we don't even know the just. Man to man is so unjust. That's why we don't even know the just. Man to man is so unjust. That's why we don't even know the just. Till the dread of this will be way. Children, not this will be way. Fasted as to rise up every day. And I say that people try to pray, but they don't know where it's at. But they don't know where it's at. Children, not this will be way. things that be was kind of free, but they don't know where it's at. But they don't know where it's at.
Non-stopping, hot rockin', back-to-back music, the hits just keep coming. Non-stopping, hot rockin', back-to-back music, the hits just keep coming. Non-stopping, hot rockin', back-to-back music, the hits just keep coming.
I don't know what's wrong with the youths of today. I really don't know what's wrong with the youths of today. Every day they talk about love, but they don't show the meaning of love. I don't know what's wrong with the youths of today. I really don't know, what's wrong with the youths of today. it's our only word. So my dreams without you sit in vain. It's not right in the sight of Jah.
Non-stopping, hot rockin', back-to-back music, the hits just keep coming.
Jah the Almighty, all who no praise Jah, them I go feel it, yeah. Who no know themself from now, not gonna know themself again. You've got to praise Jah, yes, you've got to praise Jah. You've got to love Jah, yes, with all your heart, oh yes. Some of them are give Rasta back name to achieve a little fame. Going around the corner, yeah, sticking up their brother, their
Drop, damn you!
Jah the Almighty.
Oh, I saw you
All praise Jah. Them I go feel it, yeah. Who no know themself from now, not gonna know themself again. You've got to praise Jah, yes. You've got to praise Jah. You've got to love Jah, yes, with all your heart, oh yes. Some of them I give Rasta bad name to achieve a little fame. Going around the corner, yeah, sticking up their brother, they're robbing him, that no right, they stabbing him in the night, and then them shooting, that no right, and then them run left him, yes, yes. Some of them I think Jah asleep, and he's standing right on their feet. When they think it's peace and safety, a sudden destruction, bring fire, bring fire. Panel Seminaya, who claims that them are Rasta. Bring fire, Panel Seminaya. Yes.
Oh, I saw you on labor.
Go ahead, wait. Hey, you over there. Hey, you, sir.
What you do and mind that you just suffer. Be careful what you say and mind that you just suffer. So my day my go on like big shot. So my day my go on like hot shot.
Yeah, you're my selector. And more music and less talk.
Bend down low. Let me tell you what I know now. Bend down low. Let me tell you what I know, what I know, what I know. Long time, we don't have no nice time. Run the tune, mister, run the tune. Run the tune, mister, run the tune. Why boasted thyself, O evil man? Playing smart and not being clever. I said you're working iniquity to achieve vanity. But the goodness of Jaja, I adore it for I. Run the tune, mister, run the tune. Yes, my friend, we did a street again. Yes, my friend, my good friend, them say we're free again. The bars could not hold me. Cool on your temper, you man. Cool on your temper. No bother with your fussing and fighting. Cool on your temper. A time has come when we have to live in unity. So cool on your temper, you man. Control your temper. Remember we are one flesh and blood. Cool on your temper. No bother with your tribal war. No bother with your fussing and fighting. Cool on your temper, Jaman. Control your temper. Jaja is watching us. So cool on your temper. Down to be no fool. Cool on your temper. You can't say I never warned you. You can't say I never tell you. Cool on your temper. Control your temper. You can't say I never warn you. You can't say I never tell you. Cool on your temper. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. No bother with your fussing and fighting. No bother with your tribal war. Cool on your temper. So cool on your temper, you man.
Yes. So we want to bring people's attention to that which now becomes a political football. Really, it's all about assessment. Not evaluating, assessing. And they are saying, this is London, they are saying riot or riots. There's a very small mention of the fact that a young man was killed. Not by themselves, by ourselves, but by the police force. And young people didn't take easy to that. And the reaction from the local police station was not nice as far as the community, as far as the people of Topnan, mainly the African Caribbean people and the Black British were concerned. And the MP wasn't supportive to the mass number of people who wanted to hear the conclusion, or they wanted to hear something in relation to what happened. They wanted justice. They wanted to know that there was going to be an inquiry, and they wanted to know that the police officers in question were we call the word, they've been interviewed and suspended. There was a lot of things they want to hear, but they want to hear that the police officers were interviewed and suspended until further notice. But they were undermined and undervalued, as we always are. And then things happen. And the things that happen is like this, you know. those of us who are well informed, you know. Our teenagers, everybody, more than us the adults, them know all about these cameras, and they know where they are. Even cameras that are in trees, they know where they are. They know where they are. Them just spot them. You know, cameras just on lamp posts. Cameras just on traffic light. And cameras just, like I said, in trees. So something disturbingly happened, knowing that our children, our teenagers, all children know, all across the ethnic margin, them know all about these cameras. It come like they were part of the people who put them up there. Them just know. You know, sometimes you drive your car and them just tell you, say, rest, hold on, relax, man. And you say, what happened? Them say there's a speed trap up there, sir. You know, and so on. I mean, so how you know that? And then, when you get to a certain spot now, them say, look up there, sir. And I say, so what's that? It's one of them speed camera. Rare, and so. So back to the real thing is that the social entrapment is something that was designed, and a covert operation was designed. And the young teenagers, them, fall into it. Them fall into it. Them fall into the entrapment. And then fall into the covert deceiving tactics that was used. It was used deliberately and purposefully to analyze something. And government is the master key. The law stood by and watched what developed. The law stood by and watched. And now people are demonstrating, are protesting. They're out in numbers. And the law intervenes, strong arm. And before the lockdown, there's meant to be some march with the National Front and these people and this other people and so forth. And the police were out in numbers. Police were drafted in from wherever. And they were heavy-handed. And horses were available. But in this disturbance, with the loss of a life and the reaction of the people, something was orchestrated. Because the people them in Topnan organized themselves to go to the police station, go outside the police station and have their representative with the family that went to the police station. To speak. Not to do nothing, to speak. very civil. But something was orchestrated in the meantime. Something was prepared. Because what probably they wanted or they anticipated did not happen. So them had another option on the table with themselves. And this other option, I am calling it entrapment and a covert plan operation. And it was set up for criminality, distracting the whole thing why the people them were outside the police, why the people them went to the police station, and why them set up a stage and communicated with themselves and the public at large pertaining to the incident that took place and the loss of the life. They never go for mash up the police station or had a fight with police. And everyone who can see now can see that there is no disturbance with police. So then you have to ask yourself, really and truly what here? And that's why I'm saying we do not have community. You know? We want to have community. Our parents used to have community. That was back then. This conversation that people have about this community here and that community, there's no community because you don't have no infrastructure, you don't have no togetherness, you don't have no structure, you don't have no organizations. And not even organization, there's nothing organized. But right there, so in Tottenham, the young people them were listening to an organized person. And they weren't vetting any anger. They were listening. And something was set up to criminalize those people. Because we weren't meant to be structured. We were meant to be hooliganistic. So something was created to deceive and trick the young people them that was surrounding that stage. And there were people that looked like them that was doing some mischievous things. And true to that, there's no human being that will say if them see certain things that it won't tempt them. Like today, me hear a man say that them now work with this thing where women who dress loosely is tempting man. The women them who dress loosely, man are tempted to rape them. And him say no. Because them have a choice to leave them alone. That is true, them have a choice. So him say him no want hear nothing about loose dressing cause man to rape woman. And I wanted to use my phone and ask him really and truly, tell me something now. Would you allow your wife, not allow, but would you like to see your wife half naked on street and see what happened? Because sometimes people them attack certain things, or they say certain things in relation to this something. And them a man, you know. And you could all be speaking to that same man, and a woman pass, and all her ass is upside and everything, and him a face you. And soon as she pass, before she pass, him a watch her. And when she pass, him turn him head and continue to watch her. And then him start mumbling in relation to the conversation we're having. Him a mumble something now that is not part of the conversation that we were having. And then you have to check him and say, yo, what? And them say, well, yeah, but, hey, that woman that fit, you see? And he says, wait a minute. And are you who said that these things don't disturb man? Yeah, what happened to you? Are the woman not beautiful? She don't look sexy, blah, blah, blah. You understand? And then you have some of them open their mouth and say, these Muslims are insecure people. But you see, when the situation now hit them door or them friends' door that something happened to their wives, them girlfriend, them sister and so forth, then them start ratted. Yo, that man they need for dead and rare. And then we say, but I thought you think that when we are say prevention is the thing, you are saying nah. That we're insecure men. And when I said this woman pass, you forgot the conversation we were having and you follow her with your eyes and try to help undress her. And then you say, how beautiful she look. So you were tempted and now you try to say, no, not no go so. Well, you lie so easy. And that's what we do. So now back to the real thing, you know. The people them seduce, entrap, not seduce. Seduction is that same woman thing. And even women seduce man. But them entrap and they had the thing set up. And some shops were open, unattended. And some shop windows. And nobody today can tell you how the backside those things happen. Even the people them who get arrested and went in there weeks and months after. Because there's no one who escaping. You know? So we're going to go back to that because this trickified covert setup to distract an organized event and a real organized body of people who want to get to the bottom of this murder and to prevent our children from falling into the same kind of trap, whatever it was, that led to the murder of the young man. But this covert entrapment took place. Now many of those young people, many of the people that were evicted by the rule that the Prime Minister come back to England and said with his cabinet that they would put in place that anybody will receive unemployment benefit, anybody who live in council dwellings will be evicted and they will not be able to receive any more employment benefit. the state went to work immediately. So that was one. And he vowed that every person that participated, was involved in their phrase, will be found. And swear that. So why were the police them standing up there? And then when we elders review the thing day and days and weeks after, it's areas them that is African Caribbean that this despicable things were happening. Nobody never went to East London, you know. Watch it. Nobody never went to Hindon, you know. Watch it. And nobody never went to Southall. Watch it. Even when they go to Birmingham, or when the things allegedly supposed to take place at Birmingham, Manchester, where black people then reside, every area is where black people them did reside. They were in numbers. Why is that? Why did that happen? And then we have the gentrification programs that was running years before. And that only accelerated that gentrification. It accelerated it, and it got rid of a lot of people who were council tenants. And today we are talking about mental health. And mental health started before that, but it escalated during that. Because a lot of people finish up homeless. And financially broke. And criminality from that time till now rose. And then all kind of badness we start recognizing, which is what? Stabbings, killings among our children, among young people them on the street. Because that social entrapment thing caused a lot of problem. The Asian community, there was no entrapment. Anybody want to say no? Have a good look. Try to remember. Rewind all the tapes them. The people them had the thing all last week on the TV. And it was amazing how there was so much recording. Overhead recording. Ground level recording. What do you call this thing? Something was following. They were trailing. The area. It's amazing. So you know all the cameras about the place, and what else them they had in place, and what else them had on the ground, moving amongst the people them that think say yeah. And what was significant was the people them who came out of shops, stores, and so forth. The cameras were right on them from ground level. I tell you. So people saw freebies and was tempted. And from one person, dosa, two persons, dosa, then three, then four, then mass amount. Now, myself personally, I would want to know who did light fires. Because a couple of vehicles got touched. Myself personally, me would like to know who did that. Who did that? Because once there was some flame, things become very chaotic. Very chaotic. And then the word riot. No, as far as Topnon is concerned, you know, see that high road there? That high road is the health center of Topnon. And the other side is Green Lane. Now, Green Lane, no one ventured into Green Lane. Everyone stay on the high road. Nothing took place on Green Lane. Everyone stayed on the high road. And no one went down to Turnpike Lane. Listen, it's remarkable how the thing was orchestrated. It's remarkable how it was orchestrated. So, people, we need to look at ourselves and stop running up our mouth about some community. Unless you have an infrastructure in the area that we are trying to claim say is community, we shouldn't bark that. And we not have nothing organized. Nothing organized. More than a dance, organized. I look after we elders, we mama, and we uncle and aunties, and also our children, the supplementary school, after school club, and so forth. We're not dealing. We're not structuralized. So those things that happen when someone was doing something in the right way, to say the police needs to answer a few questions, and at the same time, the Metropolitan need to tell us, let us know if you have suspended those officers until further notice till you get to the bottom of what actually took place. They didn't like that kind of cordial approach. Nah. We're meant to be this anarchist type of people. And that's what I said to them Brixton people, them that run up their mouth about Michael, you know. They need to shut up. The man teach you for go to court. Use the legal apparatus that is here in the country that we live within. Know how that system set up and structuralized. So when we are offended or abused or we feel that we are being victimized, we'll go and get representation. And no matter how long it takes, we must persevere. Other communities have done that. We're the only one that says, yo, we're British. And then we'll cry about racism and racial discrimination, which is natural, but crying about it is only saying, yo, you know what? And we don't do nothing about it because we're not structuralized. And that's what that's what that thing was about. Showing how structured we are, how organized we are, and who's listening to whom. And that just showed that there was no order in the community or in the vicinity. And there was no respect for anyone within the vicinity to say stop. And people them just obey. And somebody say, yo, go home. Because we never get what we came here for, and we have to go back to the drawing board and get our legal team together and approach the situation tomorrow. What did it show? It showed that we don't have no respect among ourselves, and we don't have a voice of leadership that we respect. So that's why it was an entrapment. Because other people them come and deviate from what was being said and draw people's attention somewhere else. And then they were entrapped. They were trickified. And the whole thing made us look like criminals, raw back criminals. So the death, the murder of the young man is being forgotten. Because that's the reason why people were there. People wasn't there because they want to go JD. They weren't there for that. It's just like after the Scarman report and everything, all the good hard work that we did for the New Cross massacre, or the New Cross disaster, the New Cross murder, but the New Cross fire, something happened from Open University, from Youth and Community Educational Program, all across England, and something happened in all race relation units all across England. And we have not recovered since. Whatever they did, because we were able to mobilize all across England. And today, or yesteryear, we have telephone in our pocket. And the New Cross, there was no telephone. We have to go in phone box. We had to write letters. And people are coming from far as Peterborough, Scotland, black people, African Caribbean and British black. Woke up, stand up, walk, come to London. Something happened and broke that chain of command and broke the back of those camels. And we never had hundreds and thousands of church around London. Them time. No, we didn't. Now we have whole heap of them. Thousands of them. Hundreds of them. And we can't make one that open up their mouth and said, enough of this, or we need to speak about that. Something really happened. And what really is what happened and what happens is we join forces with the same people that has put us in this predicament, all these predicaments, and we discuss willingly what we think has gone wrong or is going wrong, and what we think the solutions could be or should be. And then we think that something's going to happen. And many people receive funding from these things. They get funding, and that satisfies them. And the outcome for us is disastrous. From that time to this time, we're just burying children. The whole social conflict situation is a mess. Children killing children. And we're living in a country that prides itself on academia. It has a lot of institutions. And we know about them because we are our parents' children. So who's distracted us from being so attentive to direct, instruct, inform our children? And we still a shout out, but we have a community. Something so wrong. Something's very, very, very wrong. We have a lot of toxic alleged relationships. And then we have people who are brandishing themselves as conscious. We have a lot of psychological conscious relationship issues. But when I am the people I deal with black self-love and looking at the social conflicts that's rounding about us. We don't readily reflect on issues with ourselves and concerns within ourselves. We sit on Channel 4, Channel 5 and BBC and talk to them. Bright lights, £50. Central Hall, 100 and something thousand. We sell ourselves short and we sell ourselves out. There was something very tactful that was run against us. It's just like what happened in America with the George Floyd. Do you see? There was those people who opposed the demonstration, the people demonstrating in relation to the conflict and the murder of the young man, and there were people who were saying that things need to be changed. Those people that opposed the people who were looking for rights of change and good order, there were people that were protesting against them. And what did those people do? The cameras showed it. Them vandalized built properties and then broke glass properties that have a lot of glass in front of them. And the police were also available. They were there. They were present. And we saw this on international TV. And Nero was saying, oh, these people are anarchists. And him called the state troopers in and wanted some conflict. And thank God we never saw it happen. So we don't know what happened behind closed doors when the cameras were not broadcast, when we were not permitted to see. And that showed some persons came out with their guns and they weren't apprehended. They were allowed to have the guns and them use the guns and shoot people. And the police them never used their gun and shoot those people that was shooting. But we, with no gun, got shot and killed by the police. So when you look on the standards of things and how it pans out, and then we have this Corona C-19 thing, we're in a bad state and we don't have no structure. whether with the America, Caribbean, or England. It's sad. So we have to ask ourselves, what's with this toxic relationship or this toxic condition that we have among ourselves? Because there are those who want to be recognized. And there are those who want to be local, politically recognized. And there are those who are speaking African Caribbean community. And I am opposing that by saying, where is this community and what is it that you are called community? What is in there? There's no welfare. There's no welfare services. There's no elderly people support. Even in this pandemic, things look really bad. There's no health service in these areas. And there's no supermarkets. Of our own. The supermarket belongs to other people. So, if we had these things, then you see how valuable those things would be. And I can't see why our people who have valuable assets would then turn around and burn down and mash up the same assets. That's why I say, all them people them that riot back then, pray show me you people who talk about Black House and Michael X in an atrocious manner. What the hell did you lot do? You burn down the same place you live. You mash up the little something that somebody have, a car garage, and another person have some place that was that they was doing some tailoring. You mash up the same place you live. You were living. Now, we demonstrated, we protested in the same space we were living. And we got enough information to go to court. Oh, carry the local authorities to court. A lot of time it takes long time not to go to the court, but to get the case heard. But perseverance is England. Serious word, you know, perseverance. We persevered. But why is in this perseverance? We were learning. Learning what? How to execute, not the people, and use the legal apparatus that's available to everybody, everyone. We're learning. Our individuals that qualified as solicitors, lawyers, etc., they were also learning. They understood how to move up and down the courts, how to table this, how to do this, and when them get rejected, how to... we were learning. You can't stand outside and shout this and that and not be inside. Where you going to learn? Where you going to know? It took us a long time to learn to know how to deal with tribunal, where the hell the tribunals is, how to table our grudgeful, disgruntledness and everything in a tribunal, and how to stick to the issues at hand and represent ourselves. That's how come you see so much people have council accommodation. Don't you all know that? You think someone just come here and pretend so we're not so bright. That's something I like this Windrush conversation. Cause Johnny come lately, make out that them come and they were so bright and they understood England and everything just worked hunky-dory. It's a lie. Not never went like that. It's the people them that come here earlier to immigration to help build this place, learned a lot of things and suffered for us. And we still ain't being so gratifying. No gratitude. Because if that be the case, we've been doing things that are right. And we're not. So all the persecution and all the victimization that they've been through, we ain't done nothing substantially enough to show that we are that we show gratitude and we are gratified. We not show no dignity and respect to our ancestors. And yet still we have people that go on about ancestor this, ancestor that. Child, them are talk about something 3,000, all these thousands of years. And right here, 73 years, them now talk about them. See? Confused people. Confused. And now you go to Bulmers, Avery Hill, and what's the one down there, a New Cross? Open University and London University, and the one there, New Cross, all these courses, youth and community course and YMCA, it's everybody reflecting on the disturbances across England that was ignited here in Tottenham and bypassed the fact that a young man was murdered by the police. I tell you. So to get a good mark in a 5,000-word essay, they're going to reflect on 10 years past. And if you toe the line that they have set and not what I'm saying, you'll get a degree. Yes. One day we are check say that the man them seem to forget that not forget, they not organize themselves, here goes again, organize themselves to think that there's who say them love Marcus Garvey. May I ask the question, how the hell you say you love him and you're mindful of him and all these artists, all these sunsplash, all these things that take place, nobody no heard no money, and say, yo, let me fulfill the vision. One aspect of the vision. And have some boats, some ship. The same way you talk about Windrush. Windrush is a ship. You should have had 7 Windrush and some Windrush. Well, Windrush belong to England. But Marcus Garvey, Black Star Liners, and some airplane, just like Virgin, Branson have done. Now him gone to space too. So you see, oh, we're not genuine. And then people make so much noise about Garvey, so much conversation about Garvey and everything. And not fulfill just that vision. Oh gosh, man. Am I still hurting people with this? And now you have people I come say that them organize this house and that house, and Rastafari is now being validated like Christianity. And there's a power broken taking place. You know why I'm talking this? I tell one man, stop throwing and pining after Muslims. Leave us alone, because we not do nothing to the Rasta or anybody. We're African people, and Al-Islam is our religion, and Arabic is our language, like Kiswahili and Amharic. I tell you, oh gosh, man. And because it takes so much time in public space and deal with that, you see what happened to you? And it's you really, because I tell you why it's you. People them look up to you and listen to you. And now you can't find a solution for the ignominious nonsense that's been taking place. And you try to think, say, that you're all right. You're not all right. Because Selassie, I never tell nobody for worship him. You understand? But the vision of a person, I can understand that. I can understand that. You understand? Like my vision is my grandparents. Oh, yes. You understand? But they're not my deities. Oh, did I just say that? You're joking, man. Let me see. Brother Sizzler say Rasta should have a university. Star. Build some ship. Spend some of the money them that the artists instead of that tourist ship that go around the eyes of Jamaica and all the artists them, including yourself, go upon that ship and make a lot of money for the tourists and the owners of that ship. Look at yourselves and ask yourself what you was doing there. Popularity. You understand? Popularity. It's a contest. And then when you develop rivalry in the same contest. So until sensibility kick in, everything remain the same. I remember something. Nobody's getting younger. You understand? One thing for sure is once we live, it's older we get older. And true to that, we should have some experience in the time of the time. 'Cause time is a lesson learned. So I am just asking, what have you all learned? You understand? And that big man there that have the whole world of black people in a media platform, stop pining after Muslims, man. Stop pining after Muslims and accept that Arabs are also African people. And we are not angelic people. We have done our full share of beating up one another. You understand? Yes. But the most affluent, most intelligent, creative, structuralized set of people is the Muslims of Africa. You think so, Kemet, innit? They're our fathers.
Message from Anthony Bay. Everyone got problems, searching for a solution.
See it there? Problems and looking for a solution. Really? Spend the money wisely.
It seems so strange to me. Police brutality. Tear gas and rubber bullets in the street.
America and England. See? I'm telling you, man, domestic affairs, listen.
Lord, yeah. Yes, them Satan, but them want me fall on my nose. Oppose them, oppose. Hypocrite according to your work, you get paid. Rather worse, you ungrateful. You get more than enough and still no pay. But still you're ungrateful. Me hear them acting up from other day. If they gon' talk, man, now when me gon' say, I to them.
See, sensibility is required. And I tell you, listen. Oh, crucial. Let off.
Black tears. Black tears. We no need no more. For years upon years, we've been shedding black tears, and now we're standing in quicksand. Now who tell me?
See, a man who have experience, you know, should understand. I once said, don't throw stones if you have glass house. But you see, you have to understand how the parable works. And because you have wooden house, you don't have no glass house, the thing say you can continue to throw stones and parables. Suggested stuff at Muslims. Why are you ungrateful to Muslims for? You have enough Muslim friend. Well, you said they're your friend. Yeah. And our women don't have a problem, and we're not insecure. And now we are here from last week when I said, when I need to give credence and honor to the woman in Rastafari. What nonsense is that? Them always at a position. It's just some man them who say they should not, their voice shouldn't be heard. Where them get that from? And now you're back at square one because it never was structured. A new set of people come on the scene now and I drag them foot and want to be popular. Doing what? So you see all the aspersions, and in Arabia, the man them say, the woman them shouldn't be driving and rare, and you make a whole heap of talk, and you don't know nothing about the something. And your yard, your gate, the land, the island that you need to work with and spend some of the brain cells with. And the victims of society help them and spend some money help the poor and needed, the people who are in poverty. Why you peep at other people. Them some they are careless, man. Careless. Now when I run like gangsters, I know I say that the government is gangster. So if the civilians is gangster, and the gunman a gangster, and the politician a gangster, what's the difference between all of you? Gangsters. A man like you should have tell people, say, watch out, let me assess and evaluate Edward Seaga. Yes, not because me wanted for him to get trial, but him dead, him can't be trial anymore. So, even if I was able to do it, you understand? But the social science program that he was head of through those who supported him in the position that he was awarded should be looked at, assessed and evaluated carefully. Carefully. Notice I didn't say manly. You understand? Carefully. But now, you spend time, these Muslims, Arabs, and are my father's fathers, and yours too, that brought the Renaissance into Europe. Is we fathers' fathers that was in Europe here for 850 years, and our headquarter being in Spain. Are we that? Are not Ogun? But it's not we exclusive, you know. It's we was the leaders. It's Africans. My cousins, my uncles, my aunties, they were not all Muslims. But we run the institution, and we were the government. We were the one who structuralized and organized and centralized. And we weren't a victim of our defaults. No, we weren't. It's the popes and all these different peoples that gathered themselves and said, no, them have enough. And war against us. Tell the people them that truth. And they supplanted so much thousand of us in that place called Mexico, in the place them called San Antonio. You understand? African people. So you all artists that make so much money, and you scream Ethiopia, and you scream Garvey, assess and evaluate yourselves. Really, the Rastafari artists them. Anybody who run up, who shout out and scream, Selassie and Garvey, assess and evaluate yourselves. Don't bother with nothing else. Just assess and evaluate yourself. You understand? And you still come back and see that all you're doing is talking about Garvey and yelling I Selassie. They have to say, wait a minute. Wow. You understand? Because right there, Jamaica, we're there. We have mass. You think we sit down and beg you for some money? We're not the artists. We self. And we grow food and sell the food. And we have people who work and recycle the money and build what we want, which is somewhere to pray. Yes. Exactly that. Mind yourself. Keep playing games with yourself all the time.
Chush! That a bush, a talent man a push. I'm here to say King Teller representing for Yaman Banana Production. Hey, you Green. Well, me see enough of them fight themselves and kill themselves. When them looking at the mirror, them look black like we. Fight themselves and kill themselves. Enough of them not really know about them history. Just fight themselves and kill themselves. When them looking at the mirror, them look black like me. Enough of them they really know about them history. Break away from this life called poverty. Break away from modern day slavery. Break away from corrupted family. Break away, oh Jah.
See, when we're ready for sting up and dig up, you know, we into it. So guidance, so gone. We send this one out to the Yankee man them.
All the things they say and the things they do. You don't have to prove yourself in the eyes of others.
Run the tune, mister, run the tune.
From loving.
Yes, I tell you. So, why people understand, you know, I tell you, listen.
He's a lucky thing I never get, swear lady. He's a lucky thing I never get, swear lady. And started to run, I will never run away. And started to run, I will never run away. Do you hear?
Think about the money, huh? That ones and ones I've earned over the years. See? And still I say Garvey. The curriculum is still waiting nationally for that to be included in the national educational curriculum, whether it's from primary school to secondary or college or university. It's a crying shame. And then the Black Star Liner was meant to link us, the black people, African people in the diaspora, who see themselves as Africans, you know, because there's a lot of people don't see themselves that way there, you know that already. Huh? To see that passage and create that opportunity. And look at the economical development. Wow. The human resources ourselves and reconnecting with the massive of human resource on the continent, and then to generate that which we require and to give us that self-assurance. Huh? I tell you, I want to have a book. The philosophy and opinions. So you don't wait for nobody to come around and say, yo, this is what it actually means. You know, apply, implement. But if you have a creativeness and vision beyond I self, it would never happen. It's all about the I self. No, it's about we self. That's what you should be saying. So you see, when we Muslims, we operate, it's us. And the vision is the vision that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam exemplified to us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So no matter how them try for dirty way up and call we terrorists and this and that and that, can't you see? We'll continue to prevail. You understand? The people them do some atrocious things to people them and put people them out there and call them Muslims and say that them did this and them did that. Islam is not a attackive deen. It's not an oppressive way of life. It's some people that work with something that want to show that. You can't say peace and I try those buck people down and you understand. So we know that star. So thank God to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our children don't behave, are not attractive, or they're not going to be, God willing, be part of covert operations and entrapment operations. You understand? Guidance. Check yourself, man, because when I get in wreck, so you better just check yourself properly. Seriously. And then send us the olive branch, you know what I mean? Because we know say we're African. We know that. But we know we are Muslims. We don't need no one to come and tell us how to validate that. Right? And that will never change. Not now, not ever. Until we did. Guidance.
It's gonna turn one day. Wickedness will burn one day soon. One day, Jah will wipe all our sorrows away, and that is when the wicked men will have to pay. One day soon. One day, you will find that I'm not play, we are play. Any work you do, you must get your pay. One day soon. When rightfulness start praying, wickedness will have to run away. When positive start to pray, wickedness will have to drift away. One day soon. One day soon. Because the fruits of the wicked can't prosper. They will end up in sudden disaster. One day soon. One day soon. One day, Jah will wipe all our sorrows away, and that is when the wicked men will have to pay. One day soon. One day, you will find that I no play, we are play, and any work you do, you must get your pay. One day soon. Because the fruits of the wicked can't prosper. They will end up in sudden disaster. Wickedness will have to run away. One day soon. One day soon. When rightfulness start to praying, wickedness will have to run away. When positive start to pray, wickedness will have to drift away. One day soon. One day soon. When every knee shall bow and every tongue confess, fret not yourself because of evildoers, because Jah we serve is the best, he'll deliver us. One day soon. One day that is when the wicked men will have to pay. He'll deliver us one day soon. One day, you will find that I'm no play, we are play. And any work you do, you must get your pay. One day soon. Because the fruits of the wicked can't prosper. They will end up in sudden disaster. One day soon. One day soon. When rightfulness starts praying, wickedness will have to run away. When positive start to pray, wickedness will have to drift away. One day soon. One day soon. One day, one day. One day soon. One day, one day. One day soon.
Yes. Don't forget, Black Chat is now Front Room. So look us up on Front Room. We did it, man. All about us as African people. And we are portray Africa and its vegetation, its landmass, its proverbs, its beautiful women, everything is food. Africa. When I deal with decadence. So where I say now Africa Proverbs on front room, I put up this morning. When the root is deep, there's no reason to fear the wind. When the root is deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. African Proverbs. So we deal with all Uganda, Tanzania. We deal with the Bantus and all these things, right? So you get a whole list of everything. We are going like some is a teacher using art. We are dealing with family building, structure, you know. Family I sit on table, around table. Family I sit on the floor in circle. Family I eat, injera and everything. We are dealing with the whole thing. You understand? When I sit down and spend all the time, they are Kemet about the pyramids and no. Africa too big. You understand? So we are dealing with that and how you respect woman, respect people, and the ingenuity of Africa. And that's what some black men don't like, the fact that when they look upon this thing. I don't know why, you know, when they look upon this thing, them just see Muslim creativity, Muslim school, institutions, university. May I tell you, very structured, Islamic. You understand? Yeah. And we're also going to shoot a box about this Christian thing because it's not true. It's not true. It came into Africa. It not derived out of Africa. But that which was in Africa, the Unitarians, people want to call it Christian. So we're going to decipher that quick. But we don't like staying in that proximity because it creates division. No matter how we try to be nicey to ourselves and say that that's not what we want to do, right? We don't want to do that. But that's what happens because just like me, everybody, we have all had theological education. And when we get married, we're going to have a European wedding. When our children come and we say we are christening, we do everything like them. And at the same time, we are say we're African, and some of us who have traveled and see and understand, we still don't make the step. And then when someone will pass, we go to church and them say Father, Son, and Holy Ghost and all of these things. And you think, say, yo, the brother there are Rasta, the brother there, and people them say, what? Nah. And you see, these things. So we who are Muslims, God willing, now we not go out like that. We not live like that, and we're not going out like that at all. What does that make us superior or exclusive? No. It means that we understand something, we accept it, we believe in it, and we live our life in relation to it. That's it. I mean, I have no problem with it whatsoever, because then we would have a problem with Allah. See, Islam is not about men. It's not about human beings. It's no human being orchestrated Al-Islam. So we don't have a problem with Al-Islam. We have a problem with ourselves. We have a problem with our brothers. We have a problem with our sisters, but we don't have a problem with Al-Islam. This is what you need to understand. We do not have a problem with Al-Islam. We can't have a problem with Al-Islam, because if we have a problem with Al-Islam, as human beings, we'll be having a problem with God Almighty. See? So we can't have a problem with the creator and the sustainer of everything. We cannot. We cannot be argumentative. We cannot, we just, it doesn't resonate. This is the thing. Doesn't at all. So we are going again, for real. Glenn Washington, guidance, gone.
Seek your first in anything you ask for, will be given unto you. Good you do.
Yes, Black Chat, Black Chat look like the book. You understand? So it's not Black Chat anymore. It is Frontline .com, right? And it there to help us. It's administered by us as African people. And check it out, man. People them who have businesses, there are things there for you to put your business up. So there's going to be a directory made, and then you have a search engine. People can just, so you put your business title and where it is and so forth, you list it and everything, so that no, instead of you just out there so hoping that some persons pass by you and tell another person about you, you put yourself up there, and it's online, and it become part of a directory, and it's got part of a search engine and everything. Black front room. I did love the word Black Chat, Gosh, man. People them change the thing to front room. Next thing be front line. But anyhow, that did it, and so forth, right? This marketing, events, you know them. Now me say events, everybody be up there to advertise them show. But business listing and so forth, it did it. News and food and so forth. It's all the things that we want, and perhaps even more, because when you come in and you have ideas, you can submit it to the administration and so forth. And we encourage the users of it to create your groups and forums and everything, to which I haven't done yet, and so forth. And alhamdulillah, we have a following. We have followers, and I'm following other people, just to be complimentary and so forth, because we're all teaching each other and learning from each other. And I like it. I really do. I sincerely do. I just hope so that there's no Caucasian person around the corner or the CEO. I just hope that. But other than that, yeah, man, Front Room, check it out online. Type in frontroom.com and see what happens. See the thing come up and sign in, register and everything. You have to put your name in. You put yourself, man, your country and things like that. You do your profile and you're good to go, man. People see you. Nobody not see me, but them see my name up there and them see my page. You understand? Just don't try wreck my page, Oh, and you don't see nothing about my sound system, nothing about my music, none of that. You just see pure educational things when I put up there, because we need good press, we need good feature, you understand? And everything. So a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Me put enough things up there about us. You know what I mean? With the whole historical thing about Africa. When I even touched the Caribbean yet, could you imagine? Well, by the time I touched the Caribbean, man, 20 islands and plus. You understand? And I leave North America to North America. So guidance.
Honor your mother and father.
Bibo!
May belong on the land you live on. Pave the way for the children. Teach the children the truth, it will make them strong. Don't forget your culture. Keep the culture alive, got to strive to survive.
Listen to the way this song that drop.
Study the words of the Father, because in them you will find everlasting life. Give your praise every day. Get down on your knees and call out his name. Give your praise every day. He's the one forced to drive all your sorrows away. Give your praise every day. Wicked men do not like him, but I'm not ashamed. Give your praise every day. Yesterday and today and forever the same. Give your praise every day. For his blessings and mercies, give praise to his name. Give your praise every day. Cause God's business is not a game. We should try to live in his perfect will. He commanded that thou shalt not kill, but the forces of evil abided still, and your brother's blood you did spill. Now the wages of sin is death, my friend. The gift of joy is life. What you work for is what you'll be paid in the end. Save your people from all taking strife.
Run the tune, mister, run the tune.
The moon shines bright in the night, but whatever we do in the darkness and hide is bound to come out in the light. So give your praise every day. Get down on your knees and call out his name. Give your praise every day. He's the one forced to drive all your sorrows away. Give your praise every day. Wicked men do not like him, but I'm not ashamed. Give your praise every day. Yesterday and forever the same. Ooh, nah, nah. Only Jah can take your sorrows away. Now.
Yes, congratulations to all them young peoples that have passed our given passes in them examination. And Hackney, big up. Yeah? We say Mossbrown. Mash it up. A level, A stars, and A's. Me I tell you, man, mash it up. They will go and like say we're not good. Eh? Yeah. We're up there, man. Now you need some business, innit? Now you have qualification, you need some business, not a job. Business. Parents.
He's the one forced to drive all your sorrows away. Give your praise every day.
Bibo.
Wicked men do not like him, but I'm not ashamed. Give your praise every day. Yesterday and today and forever the same. Give your praise every day. For his blessings and mercies we praise his name. Give your praise every day. Cause God's business is not a game. No, give your praise every day. Get down on your knees and call out his name.
And in those moments, watch God send you a little angel. He's gonna cause you to be at the right place at the right time. Worry about what you can do. Nothing else. Just do your part. And watch God meet you halfway. Do you believe that? Now I'm trying to give you some news that you can use. Is you listening? Do you hear me? Are you just sitting over there worried about it?
Hey, tell them boy they nobody get covered, cause the fire just get hot.
Sizzler, the people them don't understand what's going on with you.